Hello, this is Kay,
And Samantha,
and welcome back to another episode of A
a
Brunch
brunch
Session.
session.
All right, Sam, what's up, girl? How was your week?
Oh, nothing much. It is the week before I'm supposed to start school. So I'm trying to soak it in what I have 3, 4 more days or something like that. So mainly just soaking it in and enjoying my moments with my sister and enjoying these relaxed moments. And honestly, really, that's all I've been doing. Just chilling.
Oh,
What about you?
time with little sis.
Oh yeah.
How's that been?
It's been cool. I mean, it's my sister. I've been around her this whole quarantine, so surprised I'm not tired of her yet. Shoot.
But it's always nice when sisters actually get along. So, you hear stories when they hate each other. So
Oh
it's
no,
nice that
that's
you
true.
and Vanessa can get along. But
That's true. That's
you
true.
know, my week has been it's actually been really good. I've been spending a lot of time with my dad and my little brother who is 6 years old. It's so crazy to think that I'm like 26 and he's 6.
Oh my
It's whenever
goodness.
I see him for some odd reason, I think about when he turns 18 and I'm like so old. He's gonna be like, yeah, I got siblings that could be like my parents, low key.
Literally.
Because I could be his mom if I
Literally.
have him at 20. It's crazy. But I've been enjoying that, spending time with him. Today was actually a really productive day. I actually woke up and went to a beach workout, which was insane.
Oh
Yeah.
snap.
My alarm went off and I was going to text the trainer. My alarm didn't go off. I was gonna lie and text him at 8 o'clock because the workout was at 7, and I was gonna
Wow.
just say, "Yeah, I didn't wake up." But I got up. I was like, "No, you told him that you were gonna come, so go." And that was really good. And then I came back and worked on this blog, which was a lot. WordPress is hard.
Mm-hmm.
It was so much. I was working on it for 3 hours.
Man.
Yeah, I know. So hopefully people enjoy it when I actually launch it. Let's hope.
They will. They will. You gotta be positive with it.
I know that's what people are telling me. It's just when you don't feel like you're qualified enough, you get really self-doubtful. And then you start thinking I can't really do this. I don't have this. I don't have that. But I'm not trying to think like that. I actually love how it looks now. So that's good. But we'll see what happens when it's done and finished. But anyways, we're gonna get into our topics though. So I'm sure everybody heard about the August Alsina situation,
Yeah.
Jada Pinkett Smith and all that.
I watched the video
What video?
with what is the name? Something. She the radio host.
Info.
Yeah, her.
I actually didn't watch it. I don't know why August Alsina, he comes across a little depressing. And that's not to be rude because I know
Is it
he's
because of what you've heard about him, or is it because he communicates?
I've watched other interviews of his and I think he's really talented, but
Mhm.
sometimes it can come across as a bit dark. So I stopped watching his interviews because he has been through so much and I'm
Mhm.
happy that he's able to speak about it. But sometimes his interviews in the past were just always dark. And then when you saw clips from this interview, it was dark. So I was just like, it's kind of going to be dark. And I don't want to hear that right now. But when I saw that clip of him talking about Jada Pinkett Smith, first of all, people are so crazy. They were talking about this man's hair the entire. But
Yeah.
even he was speaking about they posted a clip of him speaking about his sister, his deceased
Mhm.
sister. People were still like his hair. All I can think about is the hair. I'm like, this man just told y'all his sister is dead, and you still talking about this man's hair.
Child, but you know what this era is like. It's all about appearance. That's
I
it. Nobody
know.
cares what's coming out your mouth if you look crazy.
I know, but
And the
we're
hair
not
was a
here.
lot.
We're not here to speak about his hair. We're here to speak about the elephant in the room, which is where you smashing Jada Pinkett Smith.
I mean, I don't think he lying. I don't see what would be his reason for going on there and lying. I don't see the point. Uh
Yeah, I don't either. I feel like a lot of people were judging it in the comments. They were like, "Oh, I couldn't do that. That couldn't be me, and all this and all that." And I was just thinking to myself, a lot of people have open marriages, and
mhm.
folks just don't talk about it because of reactions like that. Like everyone's being so judgmental.
Yeah.
But I think it's true, and if it is true, and Will Smith knew about it, I don't see the problem with it. If him and Jada were both okay with it. But then later on, Jada came out and, well, her representative came out and said that it wasn't true. And then Jada had made a tweet saying that she's bringing herself to the red table talk. And I'm thinking to myself, is Will Smith going to be there? Because all she's going to say is, yeah,
Oh shoot.
yeah.
Oh,
Jada,
I didn't know. I didn't know they was gonna bring it to the red table talk. I never even really watched the red table talk before, but it seems like it's like, how can I say it? Like you got one person in the hot seat just asking questions. So I'm guessing that's what she's about to do.
it's actually a really good show. I haven't watched episodes. I haven't been on Facebook in a while.
Oh, it's
But
on Facebook.
yeah, it's on Facebook.
Oh.
It's actually really good though. Like honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if before quarantine she probably was offered a TV deal because so many people watch the show. Like
Mm-hmm.
it gets hella views on Facebook. It's really popular. I like it. Sometimes I don't feel like Jada and her mom and Willow are kind of qualified to tackle more serious topics because they kind of have this like kumbaya type of vibe to them.
Mm-hmm.
So even when Snoop Dogg and T.I. was on the show speaking about their disrespect of like T.I.'s daughter and Snoop Dogg with Gail King,
T.I. talked about his daughter situation.
yeah, he went on Red Table Talk to discuss it, and it was just very like
Whoa.
kumbaya, like let's discuss it. And a lot of folks were like, "Go in," and they don't go in. Which I mean,
I like that better. I I don't like the awkward moments. And it's like, let's be real. When it get the awkwarder, is that even a word?
girl, I don't know
The more awkward, let me say it better.
go with it. Just
I couldn't roll with it. The more awkward that you make a person, it's like it's uncomfortable to watch. Then on top of that, the weirder questions that you ask, they already have like cookie cut answers for that junk.
yeah,
I don't wanna watch that. Like I think that's very retarded. You trying to put people on the spot. I think that's very childish. If it's more
yeah,
of a kumbaya thing, I like it better because I think people trying to see, you remember like what's that show? What was that thing? It was something that I was talking about Michael, what's his name? Justin Timberlake. And Justin Timberlake ripped off what's her name? Janet Jackson's thing.
yeah,
I feel like people trying to get some type of live reaction or like some live type of commentary type thing. I don't I don't see the reasoning behind that because it's like it's not gonna happen like that. These people have been prepped for the most
yeah,
part. You're not gonna get nothing off the wall. He's probably gonna ignore the question, or you're gonna see a lot of those moments cut out. If we're being honest, so
yeah, exactly.
uh-uh.
So I don't dislike the show, but when August Alsina said that, I wasn't even shocked. I really wasn't shocked that they had a relationship. They seemed really close because he's actually been on the show and
Mm,
he's spoken about it. It was a show about drug abuse,
mm-hmm,
and I guess her brother has had issues with drugs, and Jada was once addicted to sex, and then August was addicted to, I think it was pills.
mm-hmm.
So that kind of goes into what people are saying about if they were sleeping together. They're kind of asking the question, was Jada taking advantage of him because his sister was that had died and he was on drugs. So it's kind of like people are kind of asking the questions, well, was he in a healthy space to be dealing with a married woman? And then he's saying that he loved her and everything like that. So for her to come out and say that never happened, it's kind of like you can kind of tell the dynamic of their relationship when if they were actually messing around. And it just kind of seems sad. Like I felt bad for him. to be honest.
I mean, the only reason I feel bad is just the fact that he experienced heartbreak.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I feel bad about. I'm not going to sit here and insinuate what the dynamic was, how it was, you know, if she preyed on him, or, you know, he might have been some lovesick boy. Like, he might have been infatuated with Jada for years, and now he had the opportunity, he took it. So in my mindset, I'm not going to make an idea of what it could have been, because homeboy has had a bad life, a whole life, not moments. It's been a bad life. So who's to say if he would have ever been ready for a relationship, in a nutshell. But I just feel bad at the fact that he had to deal with heartbreak, because heartbreak is hard. And you watch a lot of men, they can't come back from that. You watch men that are 50 years old talking about, oh, when I was 16, this girl broke my heart and I never loved again. Like, that's what makes me sad, because I hope that he's more emotionally, like, in tune with himself, so that he won't take this and run with it and just never try to be happy or in love again.
Yeah, which it doesn't seem like he is. He seems, from the clip that I saw, he seemed pretty healthy, but then again, everything sounds so damn dark.
Yeah.
Like, everything just sounds like the whole vibe of the interview was very just serious. So I was just like, I don't even know. But honestly, I can't wait to see the clips from the Red Table Talk when she discusses it. Because knowing Jada, honestly, I feel like it's going to be a whole bunch like jumping through hoops and subliminals. And I don't know if I feel like she's going to be like, yes, I smashed him. Or no, I did not smash him.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to just be like, not lies, but just fluffy.
Because my thing is, she never actually came out saying that she was in an open marriage. People insinuated. So yeah, but people insinuated, and then they asked her, and she was just like, "Oh, we're partners," or something. Like, what they say, we're life partners. So people just kind of run with it, like, "Oh, you're not saying yes and no, but you saying y'all life partners, but y'all not saying y'all like in love, having sex, doing all that stuff." So now we're thinking that it's an open marriage or some other than that. So I'm like, I don't see how people already assume they're in an open marriage if they've never said it. And with this topic, it's like, let's be real. She never opened up about something that you guys have been insinuating for years. You think she's really going to open up with this? Nah.
I don't think so.
It's going to be a waste of a show.
Would you be in open marriage?
Oh, no.
I had to ask.
No.
I had to ask. I mean,
no.
You know, hey, I never would do it either. People always set up rules, but
it's too much.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Watching Insecure?
It's a lot of liquid. It's a lot of saliva. It's a lot of juices. It's just too much.
Yeah, watching Insecure with what's her name, Dro and
Molly. That
no,
because they claim up and down. We just gonna still be cool, buddy. Girl, she got dignitized, and then she's about to cry because his wife pregnant.
Exactly. See, and I'm like, and it's like she started judging, throwing shade. Like, I don't know what y'all be doing. I'm like, okay, that's throwing too much.
Shade. I was like, girl, this is not for you.
Exactly.
These are people that are, I don't know, emotionally just withdrawn.
Yeah. That's the way I feel it too. Like, so many people claim like it's all because of sex, but I'm like, you watch people have more emotion when it comes down to open relationship. It's not just sex. It's conversation. It's a whole, you want to be in a relationship with somebody totally different. That's what the whole point is.
It's not.
I can't do all that.
I can't do it either. Like I said, too much damn fluids. Too much. But on to our next topic though. It's kind of a little segue. Speaking of dark, Kanye. And this, I'm running for president, #2020, y'all.
Bruh, didn't he do this last presidency? I promise you.
I heard he did. That's what I heard. He did.
I felt like he did do this before. So I'm like, man, when I tell you, I think I even posted a post today. I was like, our government is so embarrassing, but now because of Corona, I can't go nowhere. Like,
so embarrassing. Yeah, you can't even take off and fly. I mean, obviously, Kanye will never run for president right now. He hasn't even filled out the correct paperwork to qualify. Like, it's too late in the game. Trump and Joe Biden is already our nominees, so that's not the problem. Like, the issue is that we have 19-year-old kids, 18-year-old kids who are young voters who don't understand that, who might split the vote. A lot of people were upset with him saying that because if people go in there, Trump voters are mostly older white people.
Yeah.
People that are qualified enough to know that Kanye is not running for president. Like, no. But you have kids out here, little teeny boppers, who's voting for the first time, and they're going to write down Kanye West's name just to be funny. They're not taking it serious. Like, people do that all the time. So a lot of people are afraid that with you saying that, it's going to split the votes and Biden is going to lose because kids who might not realize that Kanye West cannot run for no damn president right now. Like, it's July. He's not running for president.
My thing is like, okay, this is gonna sound horrible, but I think I said this before. I just feel as though the way things are going right now, where people are too distracted with every other thing. If it's not a protest, it's quarantining. If it's not quarantining, and now it's back to Corona being so serious. It's like, this year we're too distracted, and if Trump wins, I feel like it's inevitable. In my mindset, I feel like it's very inevitable, and too many people are now questioning Biden. And in their mindset, if we only got 2 people to vote from, for real, and the rest of the people that are in like the back burners aren't really that serious, we're voting for Trump. And I'm hearing a lot of people just saying either they're not gonna vote or they're gonna vote for Trump. So
that is so sad.
I mean, that's what.
But I mean, Biden did it to himself, though.
What did he do? I'm so confused.
Well, he didn't do enough for the black vote. I feel like he just kind of assumed that, I was President Obama's running mate, and since black people were so behind Obama, they're going to be behind Biden. But a lot of black outlets were saying that Biden has not came to speak to us. He hasn't talked about a black agenda. He hasn't done enough for black people to just hop on his bandwagon just because you cool with Obama. I feel like he thought that was going to get him our vote just by association of the first black president, which to me is very arrogant. And it's disrespectful to the black vote because it's like, that's not all we are, just Obama people. Like, that's not all that we are. And
what if
he was talking crazy? Huh?
What if he didn't care for the black vote?
Everybody cares for the black vote now. People realize how powerful we are. Like, when we come together, black people got Obama elected. Black people did, not white people. Because we all came together.
We could assume that.
No, it's numbers don't lie.
It's numbers don't lie, but at the same time, like, what if this whole point is he just don't care for the black vote?
If that's the case, then...
Because my thing is, right now, we running off assumptions as to why he didn't speak to us. Like, maybe he just didn't care.
I think
that's presidency.
Because if he did care, he would have made room early on to do both outlets.
Yeah.
He simply went to the white ones. Because I feel like he thought that, I'm cool with them, Biden got us. And then a lot of the candidates just feel like going at Trump and saying like little messy things is going to be good enough. But it's like, what are your policies? What are you doing for our community? Like, I don't want to hear you go at Trump. I don't care about your schoolgirl beef. Like, I don't care about that. What are you going to do for our community? So that was a thing. And then Biden was just sounding kind of crazy, like different speeches. He was just speaking out of term. Like, he just sounded like...
What he say?
I don't know exactly what he said, but it was just like a joke because he just didn't know like factual things. I forgot exactly what it was, but he just sounded really crazy. So I'm hoping that if him and Trump do square off in a debate, that Biden will be a lot more prepared and not come up there just... I don't want to see the back and forth. Like, Trump and Biden are both so messy. Like, messy old white men who just throw shots. Like, I'm better than you. I'm better than you. And it's like, separate the two.
I don't know. It's so embarrassing at how ghetto our country is.
It's
Like,
very
this is
ghetto here.
ghetto.
It's very ghetto here. It's fila flip flop ghetto. It is so
Girl.
yeah. It's hot sausage and pickled eggs ghetto up in
And
here.
the thing is, it's the funniest thing because I heard this boy say this. He was like, it's not black people ghetto though, it's the country white people ghetto. And
It's
that's 10
country
times
white people
worse.
ghetto. It's
That's 10 times
missing
worse.
the front tooth but still eating corn off the cob ghetto.
Come on
It's
now.
ghetto up in here.
It's bad.
And I'm over it. And then you got Kanye coming out talking about this. And my thing is like, I feel like Kim is more of a qualified first lady than Melania, though. Like everybody's like Trump's wife, Melania.
Oh,
Sam, get it together. Trump has a wife named Melania.
Oh, what he got going on?
And she does nothing. She's foreign. She barely speaks English. Literally, she just looks scared all the time. She used to be an ex model, like a Playboy type model. So she wasn't really like a fashion model. But honestly, people were going at Kanye like, oh, Kim could be our first lady. Like, that's crazy. But I'm like,
I don't think that's crazy at all. I feel like that's what the times have come to. Like the fact that Trump has become president and it's like celebrities are now involved in politics. I wouldn't be shocked if Kim K was in the White House. I would not be shocked.
Yeah. But I don't feel like it's that bad too, because I mean she's done a lot with prison reform.
Who cares?
I all I'm saying is that compared to Melania, in general,
all them trash.
And yes, in general, no. But I mean, she's done more than Melania has done.
I don't see them doing none of them look like they're doing anything for nobody except themselves.
I know Kim has done a lot with like helping prisons.
I know you a Kim K lover, but let's be real.
I'm saying like
Kim K
she has done that. Compared to Melania, like, I mean, at least she's done something.
Let's not do the compare and contrast thing. Let's just say in a nutshell.
In a nutshell, no.
That's
in a nutshell, no.
If that's that, then that's that. It don't matter who better or not. In a nutshell, it's a big no.
It's a big no. Plus, Kanye he don't take his medication.
Whoa.
He said that he's bipolar. No, he said that he is bipolar. And that he does not read. He openly said that he does not read.
Read what? Just in general?
Books. The nigga don't read. He don't read. He said this before. And I'm just like, wow. Okay. So you don't read. And then
read what?
Read books. Like, he just doesn't read. He doesn't educate himself on things. I feel like
you gotta read to educate yourself?
Well, yeah. You gotta be reading, thinking like what's going on in the world. Like, you gotta be reading.
I know you had to read it because they got TV to tell you. It's just like nowadays. It's just like nowadays. They got movies that say the same thing a book does. I gotta read the book.
Did you just say TV tells you the news?
TV does tell the same. Okay, let's be real. When people want to figure out what's going on with politics, what do they go to cnnnews.com and read it? Or you could watch it on cnn.com on TV. Let's be real.
My thing is, though, if you're going to be making statements about who you support in politics, you need to do more than just watch TV. If you're going to be making statements.
Let's be real. That's probably what Trump does. What the hell you think Trump read? You think Trump read?
That's what I'm saying. Like, Kanye talking about he's running for president will be a hell no. Because the fact that you do not read. Trump don't read. You don't read. And then
it's a celebrity contest, child.
He said that he does not support Trump anymore. But I don't know if I believe him or not. Because if you don't support Trump, but that's the thing. He's not educated enough to even understand what the hell split vote is. I don't think Kanye even knows what he even did with that tweet. I don't feel like he realizes the impact that he could have on young voters. That's what I'm saying. He's ignorant. Like, you're just blatantly ignorant to say something like that. Like, I like Kanye as far as like I think he's funny. Like, I don't know him as a person, of course, so I don't know if he's a good person or not. He's funny. His interviews be having little cute sound bites, whatever. I don't know the man, but he's very ignorant, and I feel like he doesn't understand. Like, he claims he knows his impact, but at the same time, do you really know your impact? I don't know if you really do know that, because if you did, then you wouldn't have said that.
I think that he does know his impact, and I think that our government and our USA is a joke. So, in all honesty, what difference does it make if he says this or not? I don't think that he started anything, because at the end of the day, like I said, we're too distracted. Like, we have too much going on. So him putting that vote out there, if Trump is gonna win, he gonna win. Like, it does not matter if that vote was out there or him saying that. I don't really think it made a difference. I think that he knows his impact, and I think that he thinks the country is a joke, and he has a possibility of running it. And if he feels like a tweet's gonna make that happen, shoot, I'm gonna put my little tweet out there and do what I gotta do.
That's the sad part. When I think about the presidency when I was a little girl, like, when you heard about people being a president, you thought it was so honorable. Like, when somebody say you could be the future president, you were like, wow. Like, you think that highly of me, that I'm that educated, I'm that smart. Now, like in 2020, when someone says that you can be the president, that's almost them calling you a dumbass.
Basically.
It's like, don't insult me by telling me I can be the president. Basically. But years ago, that was like an honor.
Yeah.
And you had to work hard to be the president. Now you got Trump in office who has no experience. How do you elect someone? People, you go on a job interview to freaking Foot Locker, and they want to see that you got some damn experience.
Yeah.
Like, we applying for jobs right now, and all throughout them damn application is asking for your damn experience. I could have experience to sell you shoes and socks, but the president does not have to have experience to run this country. What the hell?
But that's why, like, in a nutshell, okay, and whoever's in politics might get upset with what I gotta say, but in a nutshell, let's be real. We assume we run the country, like us as citizens, because we assume this is a democracy. This is not a democracy. It's already said and done who about to win this thing. We can go to vote, we can do what we gotta do, but at the end of the day, popular vote does not always matter. It's electoral votes. Yeah. Like, just like with the whole thing with Hillary and Trump. Trump won because electoral votes chose him. Why? Because whoever chose for electoral people elected more Republicans than anything. So in a nutshell, the government is still run mostly by Republicans. Yeah. Like, in my mindset, I'm just like, we already see what the outcome is. If we stress ourselves out trying to figure it out, that's on us. But at the end of the day, we're too distracted to change anything right now. We are too distracted. Black people are still preoccupied with Black people issues. We're preoccupied with now Black women issues. We're now adding Black trans and gays issues to our thing. People ain't thinking about politics in our community. Let's be real. In our community, we're not thinking about that right now. And when we do remember it, we just be like, okay, Trump's a joke. That's it. I'm pretty sure majority of people haven't applied for the census. So people don't really know how many people are in the world right now. I'm pretty sure a lot of people were so distracted they never put in the request to vote, because let's be real, there's a lot of people getting out of jail. Not to say right now, but after a few years, you're able to start applying for voting and stuff like that. You got these young people that aren't onto it, because it's like, why if I'm 18 years old and I'm legally able to vote, and I'm I'm in the midst of quarantining in Corona, I'm not going to sit here and think about, oh, let me make sure I put in my vote for Trump and for Biden. No, I think they would care more if it were Obama. Like, they would have been on that if it were him, but it's like, it's Trump. Well, I'm going to rush and do the most for Trump. Well, I'm going to rush and do the most for Biden if I'm a Black person. I feel as though he don't care for me. Come on now.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I hope that's not the case. I know that it's a case with some of us, a lot of us. I really hope that people do just become a bit more educated, at least, because we've had this conversation before on the podcast about at least being educated on your community, like your community politics.
Yeah.
At least knowing, okay, if you don't care about the presidency, if that's to you, it's like whatever, at least care about your mayor, your sheriff, the judges. At least care about things like that because judges have the power to lock you up for 10 plus years for a small crime, you know, and district attorneys and just being more educated and more aware of that. I know the presidency has become such a joke right now and just mudslinging that a
Yeah.
lot of people would rather just turn around and walk away from it because it's like you're talking about, like, you guys are throwing low blows. It's like you're not even talking about your policies at this point. So it's unfortunate, but Kanye does not. Kanye, shut the hell up. Like, like I'm just going to say that you need to focus on being a father. And a lot of people were saying that he might be saying this for promo. And
Promo for
Kanye,
what?
he does things like that. I have to agree. He does
Promo for
because he put
what?
out for his new single for his album. He put out a song earlier this week. Girl, it was quiet. Nobody cared. Not I am subscribed to Breakfast Club. I'm subscribed to Hot 97 on YouTube. So I'm into hip hop and I'm into music and who's getting the most looks right now. Girl, not a damn soul really spoke about that song. And for Kanye, he probably felt like no one's talking about it. Like, what? I feel like he did this to get attention. And it's making me look at him because at first I was like, you know what, let's kind of not jump on him so much because he is bipolar and I got a soft spot for that. But now I'm just like, I don't feel like you genuine, bro. Like, you want to say this now after your album, like your song didn't do, I guess, that well, and you probably got an album coming out soon. It's like, side eye,
Mm.
side eye with them bad ass shoes. Shoes are ugly.
What shoes he had on?
Girl, everything.
Oh.
His shoes, his clothes, it's just not the only thing that he has that people like is the Yeezys. And he think Kylie Jenner wearing his shoes on Instagram was gonna give it some more life with the white kids it might, but black people are still like, hell no, that's ugly. And I'm not
I
spending
never
money on
seen
that.
that. I gotta Google that. I don't know what
No,
you.
you do. It looks like I don't even know what the hell it looks like. But it's not cute at all. And I feel like he's doing this stuff to get attention because he's
Uh-huh.
addicted to attention. So people, do not split vote. Do not, if you are young listening to this podcast, please do not write Kanye West's name into the ballot. Please do not do that. He is not running for president. And he will not get any damn votes. Thank you. On to the next. Just had to put that out
Yeah,
there.
but really though, on to the next.
Yeah, seriously. Um, Black men who hate their own kind, aka 50 Cent, aka Lil Wayne, Lil Tunchi, the Roach. Stop. Let me not say that.
Come on now.
Let me not say that. No, but it's a joke that he looks like a roach with his dreads because his locks because they're falling out.
Yeah, what? Yeah, they're falling out. Oh, I thought that was a
Girl,
style.
falling out style. I don't know. It looks like a desert.
I
Dry.
mean, if they falling out, why he didn't just cut them all off?
I don't know what's the point of walking around with 3 locks. I don't know, but you know,
How the times have changed. Because I remember back in the day, people used to love them some Little Wayne, bruh.
still love Lil Wayne. That's the thing. Like Lil Wayne, I still do love him. Um, I'm a hot girl at heart before Meg Thee Stallion, but because Lil Wayne was a hot boy, so you kind of been on that before she came along. But whatever. Anyways, it's just I was disappointed in him because like Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, I wasn't shocked. 50 Cent has always made comments about black women. This is the same man that is beefing with his son online. Like, I wasn't shocked. Lil Wayne, I was disappointed only because his daughter, like Reginae, is. I guess when people think of exotic, let's just define what society even calls exotic.
I mean,
Light
we,
skin, curly hair,
yeah,
certain color eyes, features, bone structure that's a bit more defined, skinnier nose, that's exotic. Skin color that's dark, but not too dark. You kind
yeah.
of wonder what is she? Exotic. I was disappointed because Lil Wayne Regine is not what people would call exotic. And for him to be like laughing and 50 Cent is talking about how exotic women don't look like women from the hood that he sees every day, I'm just like, what does that mean?
My thing is that I think the most irritating part is that they keep forgetting that black comes in so many different shades. Like you could have a dark woman like me, you could have a caramel woman like you could have a lighter woman. They're all black. So in my mindset, it's like, what you mean by I get the idea of what you're trying to say exotic is, but at the end of the day, there's too many different women for you to want to dismiss all black women. I
Mm-hmm.
don't get that. That's I think is the main problem for me, especially the fact that their past relationships are with black women. So it's like you dismiss your whole past just because now you're on this pedestal. You feel as though, let me cancel out my old baby mamas and now I'm on this new level. That confuses me. That really confuses me.
Yeah,
I
it
think it's
does.
dumb.
It's like you leveled up and you think light is right. It's like,
Yeah.
because let's just, 50 Cent to me is not attractive. What makes him attractive is his money and the fact that he's
Mm,
a bigger man. But face wise, cool, face gate, not
mm,
popping. But because of who he is, he gets that kind of attention. 50 Cent would not get two looks in the street if he was
true.
a regular Joe working at the damn gas station. Lil
True.
Wayne damn sure wouldn't get one look. Lil Wayne wouldn't even get one look. Like,
He will get looked at. No, he will get looked at to be laughed on. Cause it'd be like, what is that?
or
That's what people would laugh at.
the funny thing is, Lil Wayne is laughing at this, and his girlfriend now is not black, but the same women that will find you attractive if you were not famous are black women.
Mm-hmm.
Exotic women would not probably look at a Lil Wayne and think that he's attractive, and
Pretty sure.
that's just honesty. That's just being honest. Like, 50 Cent, yeah, he's bigger, so women might look at him because of his physique, but that's it. And
True.
now women still look at them because of their money. Like, do women really want Lil Wayne? I don't know. The whole cough syrup, sipping on lean, I don't know if that's attractive to a lot of exotic women. It's not to me, but who knows? Different value, different morals. I don't know. But I just was
I think
just disappointed.
I think they're retarded. I
Disappointed.
mean that's just me. I feel like it's a lot of self-hatred. And my thing is that in a nutshell, you're supposed to find yourself the way you look like the most beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just weird to me at the fact that they find something that's nothing like them more beautiful.
Yeah.
They want to add that to their life so badly. But I'm like, I'm pretty sure your mother's black. You have a child that's black. You're black, but you prefer something that's totally different than you. And you want to
Yeah.
belittle the women that you grew up with for something that is not even you. Like, that's not your culture. You weren't
Yeah.
raised around that. You're not familiar with that. That's new territory for you. And you prefer that than your own. How does
It's
that
just
make
true.
sense?
And I don't, it's just, it's sad because, like you said, both Lil Wayne and 50 Cent mothers are both dark skinned women. Both, and they're both hood chicks. Like, Lil Wayne mom is definitely, you know, from New Orleans. She's a beautiful woman, but you can tell that she was raised in the hard nut life for us. Like, you can tell she was raised in that. And 50 Cent mom passed away when he was younger, but if you listen to his story, she was on drugs. Like, she was a very black woman. She was a dark skinned woman. I've seen pictures of her. There was nothing exotic about his mom in society's terms. To me, she was a beautiful woman, but she had kinky hair, dark skin, and like I said, like your mom was somebody that died from being on drugs, but it's like you have forgot all that and you want to crap on black women. Like, if anything, I feel like you should be uplifting black women. Like your grandmother, I think, took him in, or someone like that. It's like you should be uplifting black women because of what you've been through. But instead, you stump on us and you want to talk mess when black women raised you. And then they call black women angry. And it's like, first of all, black women don't get angry with you dating outside your race or you dating a woman that looks a certain type of way. Yeah. We get mad because you want to diss us in the process.
Yeah.
Date whoever you want to date, bruh. Like, I do not care. But when you go around talking about, oh, they just exotic and they just look different and you can't, it's harder to get. And, you know, black women are just too loud and too ghetto and too, it's
you
just
can't control them. And
that. I'm like, why do you have to say that? And I love what Tori Hart had to say. Kevin Hart's ex-wife, because you don't know her. I know you don't.
I knew who she was.
Okay, I'm just, because you know you don't know nobody who, but Tori Hart is Kevin Hart's ex-wife. But she had a video, and she was just basically speaking about the fact that she did outside her race, and it's not about her thinking that these men are better, because she said that I can date outside my race and still think that my brothers are beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't have to down you and uplift him. I can date who I want to date and still know that my black men are valuable. My son is beautiful. And I think what made it even worse with the Lil Wayne and 50 Cent thing was the fact that you did not defend your daughter. Like, Reginae had to come out and say, I'm exotic, I am beautiful. And it's so sad because she's dealt with people comparing her to her light-skinned girlfriends that do have more of that biracial, exotic look. And she's had to come out before and say, look, I love myself. Like, I'm beautiful. I don't care if you feel like I'm an ugly friend because I'm thicker or I'm darker or my hair is not a silky texture. And that's sad. And then for it to happen again and your dad doesn't even step up and say, yo, one thing though, my daughter, she beautiful. That's kind of like, damn, Dad. Like, out of all people, I thought you would at least say something. You said that, you laughed. Girl, I'll tell you one thing. Next year, he will not get a damn Happy Father's Day card from me. Talk about some Happy Father's Day. No. Keep on laughing with your little friend Curtis. Call Curtis. I'm petty like that.
I see, man. No, I do see that.
We would have a conversation like, Dad, what's going on? What was that about? Like, we got to speak. No.
I mean, I don't know. I think that's not okay, how can I say this right? I feel as though in these moments we're giving too much light to people that don't have what we claim is the correct mentality. I think that in these moments, because it's like, who, in a nutshell, who really cares about what Lil Wayne says, or you know, whatever his name is, the other one, 50 Cent said? Like, let's be real. I think the thing is that so many women have been affected by it, because I don't know if it's because they wanted a chance or it's because now they're being looked down upon. They feel like, okay, now let's get rah-rah with whoever doesn't like us for us. I think it's the same. It reminds me of the whole thing with B. Simone. Too many people with 9-to-5 men were upset because they felt as though they didn't fit the bill. So it's like, I'm mad because I ain't fit the bill. And
they
I think, like, come on now, they were pissed off. And it's like, but you don't want B. Simone. Like you said, and B. Simone wasn't directing it towards you. Like, they're not specifying, whatever he feels is how he feels. Whatever Lil Wayne laughed at, whatever they laugh at. But I think that in these moments, let's stop trying to be upset or change the minds of people who are arrogant and stuck in their ways. Let's embrace the ones who don't feel that way. Because there are so many Black men that love Black women. Yeah, like, so many. And if this little rat man and this other man that's on social media that keeps fighting with people don't want us, that's on them. Like, that's their loss.
You're right. It really doesn't matter. It just sucks that that's what gets so much like, though. That's what gets
people
so
love
much
negativity.
Publicity. Like, the number of interviews that I see of black men saying that they love black women and complimenting black women, does not really go posted. But the second a black man says something about a black woman, then it just turns into so-and-so said this. And unfortunately, it kind of knocks out the positive news.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes you as a consumer, you kind of have to find that positive news because you're not going to just see it just out. Like,
that's why I don't mess with social media too much, because you don't see happiness. You see negativity, you see issues, you see arguments. Like, that's what we see.
You don't see happiness at all. Like, I had to stop following the Shade Room. I literally only go on there to find topics for this podcast to see what's going on. But the Shade Room, they will post something that's kind of positive, that's like, oh, that's cute. But then the next 3 posts will be like negative, drama, messy. And it's like, oh God, there's like 3 negative posts for every 1 positive post. So it kind of does become a lot, and it makes you feel like people are trash. But in reality, people are not trash. Maybe those certain people were just trash, but everyone is not trash. So I think you're right. People got to stop focusing on negative and getting so worked up. But yeah,
because let's be real. Because if Lil Wayne come up to either one of us, I'm not giving him the time of day. I don't care how much money he got. Oh no,
I'm gonna give him some wild growth. Let him oil the scalp, cause that scalp look dry. Okay.
And 50 Cent.
That's what happens when your woman is not black. She don't tell you got flakes.
Your hair, yeah. She not gonna educate you on things.
She's not gonna tell you.
She don't know. She don't know. She don't know.
I think that's normal.
Yeah.
You itching your head, baby. You okay? Yeah, I'm good. Over the black woman will be like, baby, you got flakes.
Bad ones. All over the place. Like, do not touch your head, please.
Don't touch your hair. That's what happens.
That's their business. It's too much negativity. I can't handle that. It's too much. Way too much. But we are now at the end of our podcast, you guys.
Yes.
I feel like it went by quick, don't you?
It did go by fast. I feel like that's because so much was just happening that it was like, okay, that's a lot.
No, that's true.
But I do have a question for our segment, advice.
Oh, snap.
Send in those questions, you guys, and we will answer them. So a friend of mine asked, how can I use my platform to support other women?
Oh, that's simple. Go, just if you don't want to, I guess, okay, for example, one platform could be Instagram. If you don't want to change up your aesthetic of your actual Instagram page, you could just add it to your Instagram story. Take whatever it is that you want to post. Because I watch my friends and my sister do it all the time. They take people's pictures, they post it on their story, applauding them, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be dramatic. It doesn't have to do the most. If you want to make someone feel beautiful that day, you see a nice picture, you comment underneath. Or, you see an Instagram story, you comment on it saying, whatever it is that you feel to say. But there are simple ways. I just say, just make yourself noticed in a way that shows positivity.
Yeah.
I really only know Instagram. I don't really have any other social media to say anything else. Oh, what is it? Reposting? Retweeting?
Yeah. Retweeting.
Do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah, I agree. I think doing what Samantha said is very smart. Also, it can be in other ways too, like supporting their business. Mm-hmm. If they post that they sell products, buying their products if it looks good to you. And also making sure not to talk bad about other women. Like if you're in the comments of a Shade Room and you see something, maybe trying not to engage in that negativity, maybe trying to find the positivity in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, supporting other women, whether it be financially, emotionally, or posting them, saying positive things about them, just highlighting women that deserve to be highlighted and all women. So it's pretty easy. You just have to do it and be genuine about it. Like, don't
Yeah.
just be thirsty and weird. Don't be that weirdo. We all know them. But
We really do, sadly. But yeah, don't do that. But I feel as though, like, in these moments, especially being a Black woman, I feel like we really need to come together in
yeah,
any way possible, because it's too many different avenues that are trying to like break us down right now. So if any way you see a business, support it. If you see somebody on the street and you like the way they look, compliment them. I
yeah,
hate when you walking down the street and you see a pretty girl, or a pretty girl sees you, and it's like y'all feel as though y'all can't compliment each other. It's already off rip competition. I'm looking
yeah,
at you up and down. I don't got time. No. If you see something you like, compliment it. You like their hair, you like their shoes, you like their outfit, do that.
yeah.
It's simple and easy.
Yeah, I don't know why we feel like we can compliment each other. Because I do that sometimes too, where I'm like, is she gonna think I'm weird? Like, is she gonna think like she's all that? And I'm like, I don't know. But I think getting out of your own head as well, and maybe just being like, you know what, I'm gonna say it because I want to say it,
Yeah.
and I can't control if she takes it as, yeah, I know, or if she's like, thank you, because a lot of times it's so crazy because I never had experience where a girl was like, whatever. It's
Yeah.
always been pretty positive feedback when I do compliment a girl, so I've never had that experience. Luckily, hopefully, no one is still like that in 2020 though. Like taking compliments and being like, whatever. I know.
Yeah, I hope not either, because that's very awkward.
Yeah, and it's like petty. It's like accept the compliment.
I be like, girl, take it back. Don't mind. I gotta
Never
go.
mind. Actually, get weed dry. Bye. Like you're like, nah. I gotta like do like the dudes do. Like you ugly anyways. Like I don't want to have to do that to
You
you.
so hurt.
Like
You sound so hurt. Oh no, don't be hurt like these niggas, please.
but sometimes people like some females, you be like, you know what? You busted anyways. Like that attitude right there was not necessary, but don't even go there. But yeah, a lot of women are actually pretty receptive to compliments and
Yeah,
positive feedback and just being like nice.
yeah.
Just being a nice girl. Like you don't gotta be rude. Even if you're not like a girl's girl, like people are like some girls say things like, I don't get along with girls, but that's weird to me. But whatever, whole other conversation.
Nigga, I don't.
No, but Sam, like at the same time, you're not like a, oh, if it's a group of girls, let me run the other way. Like you're not automatically looking at a group of girls and being like, I'm not gonna get along with them. Like I'm more great with the guys. Some females they make it seem like it's a bad thing to be a girl's girl. Like they just, I'm not a girl's girl. Like I hang out with guys, and I'm just like, okay, great. Like, I
I
don't
mean,
know what's the problem.
I don't see why they would overemphasize it like that. Like
Some do.
that's very weird.
Because I feel like it makes some girls feel better when they can get along with like a group of guys. It's like, oh, I'm cool. I'm down.
I mean, but you end up being a homie than anything, and
Or
I mean,
the path around.
ooh.
Are we not going to address that?
Yeah, no,
I'm not
that's
saying that every girl that can get along with guys is that, but there are girls that get along with guys, and then you find out later on that's why she got along with the guy. I know in my high school it was a few of them who were the guy's girl and couldn't keep girlfriends, and then you find out later on, dang, that's why. Kind of sad, homie. You're selling yourself short. But
see, but I think that's the bad stigma when it comes down to being friends with the homies, because
it is.
I remember in my high school for the longest, people used to swear up and down I was a hoe because I was always hanging out with them. You didn't know that?
Well, we didn't go to high school together, but you don't.
Oh yeah, you're right. But I thought I would have
energy.
told you that.
You don't
I
give off
don't.
whole energy.
But you know, the way
Girls
people
give
are
off
set
energy.
up. Nah, I mean, I feel as though some of them do.
Some girls do.
I know I didn't. I don't give whole out. I don't give whole energy now. But in a nutshell, it's like that was the biggest thing when people saw me or heard about me. They was like, "Oh, that hoe." I was like, "Huh?"
Oh my gosh, that is so savage.
Yeah, but you know, the people were just upset. It's like, you know, especially the girls. I feel like it was a lot of girls who came out of nowhere with that. It was like, oh, you know, she always hanging out with them boys and stuff. And I'm like, my mindset is like, you already have the assumption I'm a hoe just because I'm hanging out with guys. You don't even get a chance to even hear about our interactions, my interactions with these guys to say that. You just have that assumption. But then also, one is jealousy, and two, some of them niggas wasn't shit either.
Yeah, so, some who play up on it like, you know, that's the homie. You know,
yeah.
You gotta do all that. Like, just say that's your friend. Like, you're not smashing her. Come on now, dude.
Or it's because, you know, some guys want to be friends with you because they like you. So it's like, in a nutshell, when you around a group of guys that do like you, then it's like you end up low-key looking like the hoe because they don't know what you're doing in that, you know, knowing that that boy likes you. Or whatever the case is.
I mean, it's there's a lot of judgment on that. There was a lot of judgment on girls that were cool with dudes. A lot of judgment.
That's why my mindset is like, you know, I wouldn't be proud to sit here. I wasn't proud to say, oh, I'm hanging out with the boys all the time. I wasn't proud to say that because I already knew what came with it. It's just, it was easier. Like, sometimes girls like competition, and I didn't care to compete. I didn't care to be belittled. Like, I had a group of girlfriends and some small little drama happened that wasn't even real drama. And our group of friends are being told who they can and cannot hang out with. Oh, if you hang out with so-and-so, then you can't hang out with me. Niggas didn't have time for that.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't have time for that. So
guys are easier to get along with. I could never become friends with guys. Like, I don't know what it was. I was just never that girl that could be cool with guys. It wasn't even like I'm better than that type of thing. It was just my personality never meshed well with them a lot. Mm-hmm. I was always more into hanging out with my girlfriends. So sometimes when I would see girls that were cool with guys, I would get kind of like envious, like, man, like I wish I could have a group of, you know, like one or two, like 2 or 3 good guy friends, and I just can't seem to get that. So then I just start really wanting it. But being friends with guys definitely had its pros. It had its cons too, but that's with any sex, any gender. Yeah. Like, it all has its pros and its cons of being friends with each one. Like you said, girls can be very catty and just be so dramatic, but they can also be very supportive. They understand what you're going through a lot better than a guy ever could. You can come to a girl with certain things that you can't come to with a guy. You know, then with guys, it's like they're not petty, they're funny, they're cool to hang around. But then sometimes they can kind of like cross that boundary, and then you find out that they might be saying stuff behind your back, or, you know, you get into situations and they don't really have your back. Like, they kind of just like, oh, laughing about it. And you just like, dang, like, kind of sucks. But, you know, it's life.
How we even get on this topic?
Because it's question, but it was a great
topic. Not question. On the topic of the question.
This is how we talk all the time, though. You know, this is just us. It was a good topic. A lot of people can relate, though. A lot of guys and girls can relate to that.
No, that's true.
So, life. All right. Who's going to close out?
Me. So to start off, I just want to tell you guys, thank you guys for listening. If you guys want, you can follow our Instagram page, A Brunt Session. You can follow our Twitter page, A Brunt Session Podcast. To send any questions that you may have, you can send it at abbruntsession@gmail.com. And you can also follow our personal Instagram. Mine is by SamDC.
And mine is at Kenethia, 2 underscores.
All right. So when we close off, we always close off with a prayer.
Yes.
So get ready, guys. But thank you for this day. Help everyone that seeks to get better. Thank you for everything you've done for us. Thank you for protecting us and waking us up this morning. Lord, I want us to come to you today, taking away our sins, protecting us and allowing us to be okay in these crazy times with quarantine and COVID coming back. Protect us, Father, and strengthen our minds and our faith in you. Thank you for everything you've done for us. Continue protecting us and loving on us. In your name I pray, amen.
Amen. All right. Bye.
Peace.